So I'm going to preface this by starting this off with saying I have, like, no idea as to why I thought that recording an entire hour of gameplay and sticking with it was going to be a good idea. Because I typically do these videos and they range from around 30 to 25 minutes. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I could use Risk of Rain gameplay for it this time, because fucking I've been playing a lot of Risk of Rain recently, and I think I just kind of want to use it because it's a fun game. And maybe it could also serve for some like cool background footage. But yeah, I ended up recording an hour and 10 minutes of it, and it's like when you think about the ideas of like a usual Risk of Rain run, that's really not that much because I've had runs with my friends that have lasted well over 2.5 hours. Some like one time I think there was a 3 hour and a half run, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But I guess I'll take this opportunity to simply just accept that I'm gonna do this and to just have a hour-long video on the channel, and anybody that wants to listen for that entire hour, then I appreciate it. But I don't know why I did this to myself, but I guess we'll get going anyways. So sit back, relax, or maybe just have me in the background. I don't know whether or not you want to actually watch the gameplay, whether you're just here to listen to my spooky silver voice, or I don't know, maybe you're just here to relax and enjoy your time. I also think I'm going to do this all in one go, because truthfully, I kind of don't want to record an entire hour of me speaking and then listening back. Because if I have to hear myself talk for an entire hour, I'm just gonna, like, implode and start fucking turning into a black hole. Like, I'd rather just not do that. So, if anything sounds off or weird with this recording, then you'll know why. This is basically just me being as organic as possible. I didn't even write anything prior to this to try to make up, like, a script or anything. So, whatever I say literally just comes up from the top of my head, or comes off. So I'm kind of just speaking straight from the mind right now. No planning, none of that. Fuck that. Let's do this. Before we get started, make sure you stay hydrated. Like me, I'm about to take a big chug of water. Delicious. No, that's the incorrect word. I think delicious sparks something in your tongue, but drinking water is refreshing. Yeah, refreshing. That's a better word. I should say that next time. Anyways, let me see if I can actually get into the actual mentality, the process of having a whisper for an hour, and then I guess we could get started. So I guess for the time being, we have to figure out what it is exactly that I'm going to be talking about. Whether that is something related to Risk of Rain itself, or just life and how things work, then I guess we'll just get going. I guess I'll talk about what you're looking at in the background. I felt like I wanted to simply just use gameplay like I did last time, but last time it was Stardew, and that's a pretty chill game. Risk of Rain is not a chill game in the slightest, and so I thought, it'd be kind of funny having that contrast of really chill talking with a very intense game that sparks something in people. If you decide you want to play along with me, then go right ahead. I'm not going to object to it. As it goes, recently when it comes to Risk of Rain, I've been enjoying Mercenary a lot. My favorite character is still Loader. Like, she's still baby girl. But I've been enjoying Mercenary a lot. The feeling of the movement. And
ask my friends, movement is always something that I value highly in like video games like these, because giving me the opportunity to move across the map at Mach speed will be the funnest thing.
Shut up. God damn it. I gotta like destroy my phone or something. Apologies if you're still listening. As I said, I'm not really going to do any like editing or whatever. I mean, I'll try to like make it sound less horrible in post, but I don't want to bother that much. So this is going to be as raw as possible.
As I was saying, the feeling of movement in video games is one that for me personally can't really be matched easily. And so throw any game at me if it has any kind of potential movement tech. I'm gonna try to figure it out, because it is so much fun to pull it off, and then to wow yourself and maybe your friends if they're watching with the things that you're able to do. I think a really big recent game that, well, not recent. I've been playing this game for a while. I'm a big fan of Ultra Kill. I got a little bit of the tism for that. If you're catching my drift. Please don't take away my money, YouTube. Like, that doesn't matter. But yeah, Ultra Kill's movement is absolutely obscene. Once you start figuring out how everything works and the differing mechanics and the controls, you start going across the stage like it doesn't matter. And recently, that's actually what I did. I felt like making a new save file and just replaying the game and trying to go through it as fast as possible. And I was telling this to my friend, and he tells me, "Oh, so you like the game?" Which is really funny for me to think, because, yeah, he's right. I do like the game. It's just fun to play. And they're not done with it yet, which is crazy to me, because that means that there's still more around the corner. We're waiting for that yellow fist. Hell the fuck yeah. But anyways, what else can I talk about? I still have another fucking 50 minutes, which is obscene to me. I really don't understand why I did this to myself. And I'll keep mentioning this. I really will. This is my thought process. I can't understand my choices sometimes, but I do them anyways. And I'm doing that right now. But what else is there to say? Oh, you know what? You can tell me if you guys like the sound of the mic now, or if you like it from prior. I took a page out of my friend's book, and I put a sock over my mic. I know a lot of people do that, but when she mentioned it, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me try that. Maybe that'll dampen all the sounds, I can see the actual sound waves being recorded, and I saw all of those spikes pop up, and I need to tell you, I'm very sorry. I will put a warning on screen for when that's gonna happen. Just if you are watching. If you're just listening, then tough shit.
Another water break.
Who would have thought that talking constantly and quietly can make your mouth so goddamn dry? What more is there really to say? Life has been kinda cool, Of course, there are times when you're feeling down, and I'm feeling down, and I will start beating myself up, but I've got a pretty good foundation of friends that are there to support me when I need them. So I am chilling, and I am very appreciative of who I have and what I do. Even if that isn't much right now, but I'm sure I'll get somewhere. But in terms of life, you know what? I've been genuinely making strides to better myself physically. I still do need to figure out a method of exercising, and I might do that starting tomorrow. I'll see if I can move it into my morning ritual that I have been doing recently. But apart from that, yeah, no, I've been feeling better, I'd say. Maybe it's just because it's autumn right now, and autumn autumn is my favorite season because autumn is the best, objectively. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm not listening. La 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 la. But anyways, if you guys would like to, if at any point you feel like you want to write something, like as a statement or a rebuttal or your own opinion on anything that I mentioned, then go right ahead and type it down. Like, or leave a comment. God damn it, okay. Just leave a fucking comment. I will genuinely, like, I will read them and I might respond. So, you know, it's just fun. The idea is fun. But anyways, what more is there to talk about? I guess, I mentioned Risk of Rain earlier. I never actually, like, kept going on with it, right? I guess if there's anything to talk about, it would probably be the Seekers of the Storm controversy and how Gearbox really fumbled the bag with that. My opinion on the matter, it sucks. Like, what happened to it does suck. It does not feel like a DLC that could be compared to Survivors of the Void. Because Survivors of the Void, or Sattva, was very, very cool when it came out. Like, it added a lot of new stuff and a new tier of item that really just threw, like, it made a lot of things interesting. If you're catching my drift. New location, a bunch of new very dangerous enemies, and a lot of fun gameplay changes and a new mode. 2 new characters that are really cool. Railgunner being, like, technically the strongest character in the game based on just damage. And I can't remember the other. Fuck. Was it Voidwalker? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker comes into the void, shoots lasers. Anyways, Seekers of the Storm, however, I think they were working too much off of the previous DLC's hype and the idea of bringing back an entity that was a prominent figure in the lore of Risk of Rain, that being Providence. In case you don't know, the main point of Seekers of the Storm is that Providence sealed a portion of his soul inside of Aurelia Knight, which is the big gold golem guy that you fight. Once that soul was released by the survivors, or, you know, the people that fell on the planet, he started making his way to his temple, and on his way to the temple, he became corrupted by heretics and shit that were attacking him. This ended up creating the False Sun, which is the boss at the end of Seekers. Now, I'm not going to say that the boss is bad. Actually, the boss is kind of fun. It's a little annoying at times, and the lightning strike shit is obnoxious. However, I feel like the path to him isn't as... How do I say this? It's the path itself to him is interesting, but it doesn't feel like there's enough substance in a sense there, because one of the maps is incredibly small in comparison to other maps, and maybe that's something that not a lot of people are a fan of. I need to be excused for a quick moment.
And we're back. Okay.
So, I would like to apologize. I know for you guys it's going to be instant, but I was gone for quite a while. You know how it is. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about prior to this? I don't even remember. I think... Was it Risk of Rain? Perhaps it was. Anyways, I'm also thinking of... originally I was thinking of potentially putting background music for the video over the gameplay, but now I'm wondering if I should just lower lower the sound of the gameplay and just make it so that I'm louder. I'm not sure. I'll try it out. I'll see how it goes. I'll figure something out. I know I will. But what is there to say also? There's still so much that I could talk about, but I have no idea how to actually bring it up, nor do I also understand what people might want to hear. I guess if you're tuning into these videos, it doesn't necessarily matter. Maybe you're just the kind of person that likes hearing other people's voices, especially when they are of low volume but close to the ear, so it feels personal or something. I don't judge. I used to. I know that for a fact. I genuinely, and this is gonna sound really mean, for the longest time, I thought that people who liked ASMR were very weird, and I did not understand it at all. There are occasionally still times where I'll see an ASMR video and I'll think, okay, what's going on here? Like, this is very weird. Especially like the ones of people like licking the mic. That's odd to me. I don't think I'll ever actually understand how that works or why people like it. But I guess we'll just have to keep going, right? We're only a quarter of the way there, and I still have so much more left to talk about. I'm a bit unsure on what I could even talk about, because I need to decide whether or not I want to keep going. No, fuck that. I am gonna keep going. I'm gonna push fucking forward. Anyways, at the moment, I'm not pursuing anything in regards to schooling, but I am waiting to hear back so that I can, when spring rolls around, actually go back and potentially pursue a 4-year degree, because what I currently have is just 2, and unfortunately that's like not that great for a majority of people that are hiring. And I think that's kind of baloney, I understand they want people that are top of the line, but like it also feels like sometimes they're asking for unrealistic standards in regards to experience and knowledge.
Oh boy, that sounds like another water break. Make sure you're staying on top of your water intake, people. You want to make sure you're staying healthy. Delish.
As I was saying, yeah, making strides to try to get going in life, I will have to make sure that even after I get a job and I become successful, because those are the goals, to be able to live a nice life, just enjoying it. I gotta make sure I'm still pumping these ASMR videos out for my friends, because they expect that out of me, right? I am here to make my friends happy. I'm also gonna try to do this psychological thing for myself where I am just not gonna look at the timer, because if I look at the timer, it's gonna make it last so much longer. If I just talk, it'll keep going, right? Like, time will pass by and I won't even think about what's happening. Having to come up with topics on the spot is difficult, and there are times where I wish I had made a script. Like now. Like right now. I kind of wish I did that. Also, it's become a lot easier for me to realize what's the temperature. What the fuck? What is the volume that I should be speaking at? As opposed to talking like this. I keep it like this. And in my prior videos, you'll know that I spoke like this a lot, but there are a lot of times where I thought maybe talking like this would be better because it feels more like a whisper, whereas talking like this just seems like I'm
lowering my volume.
as opposed to whispering. Which, I mean, I guess it depends. You guys will be able to tell me what you want. But for the time being, I will just keep speaking like this. What more is there to talk about? Gaming is in an interesting spot right now, I guess I could say. Ubisoft is hitting the shitter. They're in the red. I wonder if they're gonna go. Genuinely. I have enjoyed some of their games in the past. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed 3. I know that people were divisive about that game, but my opinion, I don't care. La 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 la. Here's to hoping that AAA gaming doesn't continue to go down the shitter, I guess. Right? Because the people who consume mainly AAA games are kind of getting abused, and sometimes you just feel bad watching it. But I guess your choice, so go off. I guess. I want to plan something out. But that will be for a moment after I finish doing this recording. Speaking of which, oh hey, we're a third of the way there. Round of applause. Now anyways, you know, I can already see myself putting in like a bunch of dumb shit in the background, like on top of the gameplay. Like, God, I'm gonna annoy myself so much while I'm editing. Like, there's like, if you've seen, no, you know what? You can find that yourself. But I like when it comes to editing, there's me, and then there's a voice. There's like a subconscious voice that I have that makes comments on the shit that's happening in the video. And sometimes it's tinted to be like my voice, and sometimes it's just like, oh, this is happening in the game now. Lamau. Freaky Chica Jeff.
Why the fuck? Why the fuck did I say that? I don't. God. Man, whatever. I'm gonna take this moment to get another fucking drink of water. Oh, I guess I do have something I could talk about. I know that there's definitely people out there that are big fans of fucking anime and shit, right?
Don't you lie to me. I know you like it.
That was a little weird. I'm sorry. I should not have said it like that. And ignore that sound.
Ignore what you heard back there. That was my phone. It turned on for a second. Accidents happen, you know. La 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 la. But, recently I have been reading Comey Can't Communicate, and it's adorable as hell. But, I swear to God, if this motherfucker is unable to say anything, and I'm up to like the 10th volume, I'm gonna like actually go ballistic. I'm gonna blow up the establishment. That's a joke. Speaking of blowing up establishments, I saw a picture that somebody took where they opened up their food, and inside of it was a quarter of a waffle and a single chicken leg. If I were to receive that, blowing up the establishment is not even on the table. I'm nuking the entirety of the territory. Like, everybody there is clearly a part of it. There's no way that they would let that slide.
There's like this thing going on in the back of my voice. It's very weird. And I could hear it every once in a while I'm whispering and shit. And it's so strange because it feels like I'm losing air somehow. or rather, like there's a little bit of a wheeze back there, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it in the video because, like I said, I will only listen to this while I'm editing the video itself. Like I'm not gonna listen to this audio file again until it's done because genuinely I don't want to do that. But where was I? Like where else was I? Just you wait. The fucking the Oya Husk audiobook is gonna come out. It's gonna be what book do I have here? I think I have a Gears of War book. Or better yet, the fucking Oya Husk Quran reading. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do next time. It's gonna be the fucking Oya Husk Quran. This is just like it's just me fucking talking to a goddamn whatever. I appreciate y'all being here.
Anyways, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not. If I did, then I guess so be it. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me try something real quick. Give me a quick second. And I am back once again, right? Exactly. So, I simply just, what I did was that I moved the microphone slightly closer to my face so that I don't have to reach forward and get really uncomfortable after 10 or so minutes of just doing that. I also gave myself the ability to listen to some nice music in the background. You won't hear it though. It's very odd. Sometimes talking like this for long periods of time will give me like a gas buildup and then I end up having a burp. I don't understand it, but whatever, I guess, right? Anyways, what more could really be said? I've been very much enjoying I will consistently enjoy roguelike games, you know? I guess there's a part of me that sees the roguelikeness happening and I'll just be like, whoa, okay. That's crazy. And I will just immediately want to start playing the game or whatever. A really big game recently is Balatro, and I think I mentioned this in the prior video. If I did, then I apologize. If not, then I don't apologize. I'll probably rewatch my old one just to see if that's the case. But Balatro has been really, really fun, and it also recently came out on fucking mobile of all things. So, hey, if you're a mobile gamer, pick up Balatro. It's very fun. Of course, it might not be for everybody, but if you think you can enjoy it, then go right ahead. Now, I will say, when it comes to Balatro, I have told people about it, and they have told me, oh, but I know nothing about poker. Okay, listen, motherfucker, okay, you're listening to me. You're listening, right? Okay, good, you're listening. Good. You do not need to know about poker in order to play Balatro. You genuinely do not. That's not something that you have to care about. Balatro simply, right, just asks that you learn about the poker hands so that you can play it. That's it. That is it. Like, promise. That is it. Anything past that is unnecessary, and it's just there. But, of course, the game itself has mechanics that you would have to learn in order to fully understand and to be able to fully appreciate the game. But that is also just like the case with any roguelike games, truthfully. And anybody that plays roguelikes will know what I'm talking about. There's mechanics to all of them. but eventually you'll understand them as you just play them anyways. What more is there to say? Man, I'm kind of just like tweaking right now. I don't know what to actually say. Um, man.
I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking dumb. I don't. I sit here thinking really hard to, um, like thinking really hard on what I should talk about, and I blank a lot. And sometimes I feel bad about it because I'm not like, I want to be able to like speak about things that matter or not matter, but I want to be able to speak about things that people will be able to appreciate or not. I keep using the wrong fucking words. You see, this is my problem. I fucking words come out of my mouth and then I'm like afterwards. It's so stupid. But what was I saying?
Before I went on that unnecessary tangent, I guess what matters for me is simply just making sure that the people that are watching can enjoy what I'm saying, you know. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm kind of just blanking out a little bit, but I promise my brain will rewire. It'll work. It'll work. Trust me. Trust me. It'll work. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. All right. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. As I was saying, Palatro, right? Palatro and roguelike games. I feel like I have consistently spoken about roguelikes time and time again, and sometimes I worry that I'm just like annoying people whenever I mention them. Because they're probably like, oh my god, Oya, can you just talk about literally anything else for once in your life? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I have like a one-track mind sometimes. There's nothing I could do about it. There's nothing. But it's an interesting experience what I am doing right now though, because I don't usually how do I say this? As I've said, like I don't really do this that often, right? And so it's like well, recording this feels odd to me, and I would assume that that could be the case for anybody that never practices fucking whispering into a microphone. And I'm not saying this is something that should be getting practiced anyways. If you want to do it, then go ahead and do it. You know, don't let some schmuck like me tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I just think it's interesting. You know, it's just kind of funny. But what is there to say? I am kind of relaxing at the moment, you know. It's nice. And I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope you're enjoying this talk for the time being. And I quickly took a look at the time, or not the time, I quickly took a look at the actual, the time. Oh yeah, the time. Wait, can't. It's impossible. The inner machinations of my mind truly are a goddamn enigma. But anyways, I was looking at the voice recording time, and I saw that it's almost, what's the word? It's just about, or not just about, it's slightly above half the time. And that's crazy to me. You know, like, we're almost there. I can't believe that I've been, well, more or less, right? Like, because I'm a bit of a dipshit. I'm, I'm a bit of a dipshit. I will talk and talk and talk and say nothing. But I also understand that, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just kind of just trying to enjoy myself at the moment, And that's what I hope that I could achieve, and I hope that that's what I could bring to the people that sit there and genuinely listen to just me ramble on and on and on. And if you are one of my friends, then that is watching this, then I appreciate you taking the time to just listen to me ramble on and on, as if that's you don't listen to enough of that, of just me saying malarkey and shit, But if you're somebody that's new, then I would also like to thank you for tuning in. If you're not, then oh well. But I'm appreciative anyways. I will always be appreciative. So thanks for tuning in. Right? I'm not done yet. Of course, I'm not done yet. But it's what's the word? I know. I know that we're getting close to there. So it will reach there eventually. We'll reach the finish line, right? We're halfway through, guys. We're halfway through. Just stick with me for the time being, and I promise you won't regret it. Probably. If there's something else that I have been doing a lot recently, it's and I'm gonna feel not embarrassed, a bit funky. I don't even know what I'm saying. Um, you know what? Guilty pleasure kind of thing, right? I have been playing a lot of tower defense games on Roblox recently, and I like tower defense games. What can I say, right? Everybody has that one genre of games that they really like, and maybe they can't necessarily explain why they like it so much. But I can try to tell you this: I like the sense of strategy.
I need to. I need to put my phone on silent or something when I'm recording this, because that. God damn it, man. And woman. And everybody in between. No judge. No judge. I'm not a dick. Not a dick. Try not to be, Fucking live your life. But fuck it, it's your life.
As I was saying, right, tower defense games. I really like the strategizing and the teamwork that you do with other people when you're playing this game with them. And to me, it's always been just cool to be given an objective and to figure out differing ways of being able to do that objective, kind of like immersive sim gameplay, you know? And if we're gonna talk about immersive sim, oh boy, Cruelty Squad, right? I need like somebody in here to tell me if they've ever played Cruelty Squad. Like, I really need to know. Like, if you haven't, please let me know in the comments. I need it, like, I need there to be other people that have played this travesty of a game. It's not really a travesty. This ugly game. And then I need to hear their opinions on it because it's so interesting. Like, it's such an interesting series, or not series, an interesting game. And the guy who made it is even more interesting. He's such a weirdo. But he's the kind of weirdo that you really appreciate. Does that make sense? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it makes sense. Anyways. The music that I have in the background, by the way, has been the exact same the entire time. And I have that thing to me that I can listen to the same song over and over and over. Does anybody else experience that? Like, does anybody else get that? Is it just me? It might just be me, honestly. I'm not sure. But, what was I gonna say? This song that I've been listening to the entire time actually is from one of the Roblox Tower Defense games that I really like. And for future reference, I'll have to remind myself to just, like, put the song in the comments or something to anybody that might want to listen to it, because to me it's just a really nice, mellow song. It fits the reasoning for why it's in the game, and I think it's really cool. But, you know, maybe that's just me. To anybody else that might listen, I appreciate it. That means you're giving my recommendation a chance, and I hold that highly, so thank you. I can... I think you might have been able to hear it there, and you might be able to hear it now, actually. My voice got a little raspy, and I can feel it kind of still doing it. So this is very odd to me, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'll be fine. What more is there to say? I've been kind of... There are times, kind of like now, right, where I will freeze and try to think of something to say, but then I'll realize I don't really have anything to say, and that scares me sometimes, you know. But at the same time, can't expect to always know what to say and when to say it, right? So I'm kind of just chilling and taking it as is. But for the time being, I guess occasionally that could work in my favor, right? I'm over here fucking rambling and shit, and speaking malarkey, and you guys are willing to listen. And it's funny to me that I say you guys a lot, even though for all I know it could just be the same like 4 or 5 people that listen to this video. And you know what? If you are those 4 or 5 people, I appreciate it. I love you. But for the time being, I guess I just say you guys as a means of trying to feel more, how would I say it, in tune. That doesn't make sense. I'm trying to like I guess feel more like get a community feeling. Yeah, 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 yeah. A community feeling. Even though, like, literally just fucking started, but whatever. I'm so foolish. I'm so foolish. It's funny to me sometimes, but what can I do? Um, I'm here simply enjoying it as is, and I would hope the same for all of the people that watch this. I hope you live a good life. I hope you're doing what you can do, and fucking trudge onwards. It always helps to hear from other people about doing good and being good. What in the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know sometimes. I really don't. And it's funny, right? Because I'm like thinking about this. I'm thinking about this, and I have to mention, not mention. Fuck, what was I gonna say? It's rambling. It's just rambling, right? Like I'm over here rambling. Um, I'm just saying shit, and it's passing the time, and it's so odd.
Right? Because I will think to myself, okay, I have something to talk about now, blah, blah, blah. And then when I'm done talking about it, I have to think about something new to talk about. And this isn't just like, for these videos too. It's something that I have to deal with and I worry about when it comes to talking to my friends or just anybody. Because I'm worried that if I'm not an interesting personality, like all the time, then they're just not gonna want to keep talking to me. And I know that that's not a fair mentality to have, but it's one that is it just bothers me from time to time. And so there's not much that I can really do about it other than, well, there is much. I can simply just accept that I can't always have something to talk about. And I do accept that sometimes, I just accept that that's the case. But I guess,
Oh, I doubt that that's going to be audible in the recording. But if it is, then like that was crazy, you know. You ever just like crack your neck and then you just feel it going and you're just like, "Oh." Fucking whatever. Don't listen to me.
I'm being stupid again. I will say this though, this time that I've been here and just talking has been interesting. Because it kind of is, for me personally, sort of an outlet to just speak my mind and you guys can listen on, right? And for me personally, it's kind of just like, it's not an outlet. Well, yeah, for you guys, maybe you care, maybe you don't. But for me, it's like, it's interesting to think that there are people that are willing to just listen to me, like, say this stuff, and just be like, yeah, it was true for that. Very real. Very true. Yes, agreed. It's interesting to me, but what can I do? What is there to say? What is there to say? Looking back at the timer, we are at, and hold your applause, we are about to reach the 49-minute mark, which is crazy. It's crazy to me, right? Like, I've been talking for 49 minutes, and it's not like hanging out with your friends and you're chilling in each other's company. And I'm not saying I don't like doing that. I really like doing that. I fucking love my friends. But this is like actively having to keep up with a conversation.
Oh, oh, oh. God, I just sneezed. I'm sorry. Apologies. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whew. Mm. Sneezes are interesting because I understand that they are necessary for the brain to relieve some sudden pressure that got built up, or maybe your like nose got all fucking shaky dakey and all that crap. But whatever. Um, but me, I don't mind sneezing. Although,
like recently, I've had times where I'll sneeze and I'll fucking like I'll get like body pain, and I really hope that that is not a bad sign. That probably is, and I need to get it checked out. But I'm gonna ignore it because I'm a dumb young person, and I will not see it as something that I have to handle. You know what? I think it's funny that I called myself young because I have a friend who fucking shits on me for being at the age that I am now and calling me old. I really don't mind it, but it's like, god damn it. Okay, you know, I know, I'm old. I'm old.
I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking dumb. But I'm having fun, you know? And I guess that's the point of it, right? It's just that I can find myself having fun in even the most silly of situations, I guess you could say.
And to me, this is one hell of a silly situation. So I need to make sure that I am on top of the time, by the way. So I might just continue fucking rambling on and on and on, saying just the most random of shit. But I guess that's the point, right? Like that's the point of this.
That's what the mask is.
No, is to just speak and to have people listen, right? So I will do just that. But it's been fun, genuinely, and I'm only saying this because like, I can see that it's getting close, and it's about 10 minutes left, but this has been interesting for me. It's very funny to how do I say this? It's been very funny to actually sit down and just do this for as long as I have now, because it's just like it's making me realize that I could very easily like have a conversation that's way too long with people, and maybe they won't mind. To each their own, you know. I'm not gonna harp on anybody. I surprised myself with this, and so I just think it's funny, truthfully, right? But it's also kind of inspiring to myself because I like the idea that I'm able to keep people interested for as long as I could. And prior to this, you know, this video, it wasn't that long. Prior it was only 20-30 minutes, but now it's an entire fucking hour. And truthfully, if you've been here for the entire hour, then thank you. Like, genuinely thank you. I appreciate it so much. And I say this for all of my videos. I say this for all my recordings, but I am very appreciative of everybody who takes the time to sit down and watch this stuff that I put out. I guess if there's anything in particular that people would like to ask for, I could try to do it. I remember something now. I remember something. I know for a fact that my friend told me that they wanted to hear the lore of Terraria. That will be my next video. Maybe I mentioned this earlier. Maybe I didn't. If I did, apologies. If I didn't, then yes. I completely forgot. Well, not completely, but I did not do it this time because I have a confession to make in the sense that I myself am not the most knowledgeable about Terraria's lore, which is crazy because it is my most played video game of all time. I love that game a lot. And whenever I get the ability to share it with others, I get, I get really giddy because it's like,
Oh, ooh, yay. Whoopee.
I'm very happy that I'm able to share it with other people. But for the time being, yeah, no, I'm gonna be called a fake fan, but yeah, I don't know the Terraria lore exactly. I know tidbits. I think one of the funniest ones is, if you know anything about Terraria, the guide, the first NPC that you spawn in with, who tells you like tips and tricks and shit, is the son of the final boss. So do with that what you will, and do with that what you will, and remember it for the next video. The next video, I promise, I genuinely promise, especially to you who asked for this. You know who you are, especially to you. I promise the next video will be the lore of Terraria. It will be the lore of Terraria. You know what? Right now I'm just like listening to music, and you just can't help but bob the head. You just gotta hit them with one of these and one of those. But I hope that everybody is doing good. I hope that if you use these videos for respite, or like a brief respite, then cheers. If you have any kind of beverage nearby that you can drink, then cheers to that. I could only hope that I have done what I sought out to do in keeping people entertained, especially you guys. I hope you're all doing okay. And I keep repeating the same shit over and over. What the fuck? You know what? I have not mentioned a single thing in regards to the playthrough that you're seeing in the background. But I'll talk about it a little bit before this ends. Yeah, I played Mercenary, and I beat Mithrix, and then I beat Voidling. It was cool. It was really cool. And the build that I was going for was so much fun, which is why I'm liking Mercenary. And I just keep doing the same fucking build over and over and over. And it's like,
Oh, you should branch out. You should do more builds. You should try out new things.
yes, you're right. Will I though? No, your mama. Anyways.
I don't know why I said that. Just ignore me. Ignore me.
was I saying? Right. The gameplay in the background, it was pretty hectic. And as you might have seen, I did die, like, once earlier. I don't even remember what killed me. Oh, the fucking Wandering Vagrant was overloading, and his big kamikaze bullshit attack fucking killed me. God, I hate you so much. Fuck you. But anyways, I'm chilling. We're all chilling, right? Chilling like villains.
I'm so goofy, yeah, you know, so fucking goofy, yeah.
I hope everybody's doing okay. I have to, like I said, constantly just look at the timer to make sure that I'm not going too far ahead or too far behind. Man, it's rough. It's rough right now. I'm like, not sure what to talk about. Something will probably come to mind, right? I'm sure something will come to mind. It's almost there. And by the way, I saw the timer officially hit the 1 hour mark, which is ludicrous to me. I don't even want to imagine the length of this video the size of this recording when I put it out there, because it's gonna be so, I have to like see when it's done. But anyways, I have noticed that it is getting very close to the allotted time. So I think for this last minute, I'll just say thank you. I'm not gonna mention, like, I'm gonna title this as like mostly ASMR, but not necessarily, because if I can't record an entire hour, not listen to it, and then just immediately expect for it to sound perfectly fine afterwards. That's dumb. But for the time being, I guess I'll title this appropriately. But for everybody that's watching, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you. You know I do. If I end up somehow becoming a fucking million subscriber Andy, then I'll remember y'all, I promise. And I hope that you stay safe and do well. But for the time being, this has been Oya Usk. And if you know me by my real name, then you know my real name. But this has been Oya Usk. This is another one of my funny, goofy ASMR videos. And
I hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye.